The NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Lakers, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
And once the playoffs do arrive, they won't be intimidated. They got underdogs early on, but during the course of the regular season, they've proven they can handle any situation and any opponent, no matter how tough.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at center. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the three. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. And it's slammed in by Davis.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
There's the pass to Thompson. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. LeBron with it. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
Pass break. Here we go. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that your
the fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Here's Curry following the basket by Anthony Davis. Thompson in the post. He's against Green, and Thompson gets it to go.
Somewhat remote odds of Klay Thompson missing on that kind of attempt. Just chalk it up.
And they double up James. Caldwell Pope left side. Shot clock at 6. The fadeaway, and James with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
LeBron elevating there and a nice rhythm jump shot.
Chris pass to Thompson. Green with the ball. Outside Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Over in the corner, Green. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And another three for Golden State.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
The shot's good.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Thompson finds Chris. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. Wiggins inside the line. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Swap here for the Lakers. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Lakers in 5th.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Poole the pass to Pascal. Here's Poole. He's guarded by Waiters. Top of the key, Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Poole. Another 3 for Golden State. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Shot's good by Waiters.
A little mid-range threat there from Waiters. When you give him some separation, he's going to take advantage.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Waiters. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Curry, good.
A catch-and-shoot opportunity for Steph. It's just effortless.
Bounce pass from Waiters. Here's Kuzma. Oh, that's blocked. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Lakers lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch. No matter what's going on throughout the course of a game, even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Now here's Curry. 6 points for him, and it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Poole, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
LA's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Now here's Waiters. He's covered closely. Now Howard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
So it's the Lakers now, following the score by Golden State. Here's Kuzma, and another basket for the Lakers.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Passes it to Curry. Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. 4 on the shot clock. Over Howard. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Timeout called the Lakers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green is checked in for Smith. And LeBron subbed in for Waiters.
Well, AD has the green light. Trust me, in this offensive system, he can shoot the ball whenever he wants.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Curry against LeBron. Pass to Davis. Caldwell-Pope outside. Green dishes to Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Thompson. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time on a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, AD, such a soft-spoken guy. He does a lot of work in the offseason to improve every facet of his game and then steps in with tremendous confidence every season to show off all the hard work that he's put in.
The Warriors making a switch here. Chris has checked in, and so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And here is James after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Morris right side, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
That free throw missing. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Danny Green. And the second free throw, good. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars, it feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. He feeds it to Green. At balls, nice feed that time from Wiggins. And the Warriors lead by 4.
So much confidence in what he can do out there on the floor. Draymond blanketed that time, but on the inside finds a way to collect 2 more.
Here's Curry, and Curry with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Knocked away. One-on-one here. Here's Thompson, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Steph started that all with his defense. Fantastic at getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
Caldwell Pope outside. Drops in the tray. Caldwell Pope's got 8.
You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Thompson, again, Golden State.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to Brooklyn. And here is LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. From deep three-point range.
Young players struggle to play defense without fouling, especially bigs, and Marquise Chris defended that one well. No whistle.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12 points and 1 assist. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, you got to love Klay Thompson. He can make impact with or without the ball. I've seen this guy hit 60 points with 9 dribbles. Very unselfish, but when he's feeling it, just keeps coming at you.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Davis. And it's McGee in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And that one, good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Wiggins with the bounce pass. Chris pass to Thompson. Green against Davis. Wing shot on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Green's got 6.
Well, you can't quite close out that space defensively. Green measures that up really nicely. So many little things, subtle things that he does so well.
Now here is McGee. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. 2 on the clock. And the rejection by James.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
Count that one. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Kuzma. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. J.R. Smith's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Green. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation. And a great play to get the bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Dion Waiters subbed in for James. And it's tied up with that one.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
Here's Poole. 7 points in the game over Waiters. Gets it to fall from the right block. Poole's got 9. LA's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Kuzma, right side, to the inside. Howard, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Howard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. That shot wide open. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Smith outside. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. The Warriors making a switch here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Well, not only is he not missing, I think he's really enjoying himself out there. When he goes on a tear like this, he gets that big smile on his face, the mouthpiece at the side of his mouth, and his teammates feeding off the energy.
Oh, wow. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Waiters. Here's Kuzma, and the rejection by Curry.
Curry, great timing on the block, catching his man off guard with a big-time rejection.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
It's intercepted.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
Anthony Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Wiggins.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Davis kicks to Smith. 6 to shoot. And it's good for 2.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Curry dishes to Wiggins. Over Waiters. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now here's Waiters. Fires from the wing. And the shot goes in. Waiters got his second bucket of the night.
A beautiful timing on that play. Waiters reaches into his bag of tricks and makes a slick move on the pick and roll.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Pascal in at the 3 slot.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Caldwell Pope outside. Good, and the assist goes to James. And that's now 11 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Back to Curry. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Warriors leading by 12. And now here's Chris, guarded by McGee. Pascal, the pass to Green. And it's blocked.
And love the defensive activity from KCP. Selling out there for the block.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Now the pass to Davis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Curry against LeBron, and stolen by LeBron. There's the lob to the hoop, and stolen by Chris. Pass to Pascal. The 19-foot shot, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. McGee, the pass to James. Floats one, count the basket.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Chris. Back to Thompson. Fast break. The Lakers.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Pass to Curry. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Curry against LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Stephen Curry.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive.
And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
He misses the free throw.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Warriors leading by 13. Poke loose. Caldwell Pope with it. Picked up by Thompson. Outside, Green. To the middle. And it's McGee with the jam.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Curry against James. Fires for three. Another three for Golden State.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Green. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Thompson. And here's Chris, guarded by Green. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're up by 14. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. For our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
They'd lost two straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. 1:21 left in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown, good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too.
Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And there's the pass to Bowman.
Good D.
Takes a three. Another three for Golden State.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now here's Howard. Again, Los Angeles.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Bowman, and they pick up 2. And the Warriors lead by 18.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions. So I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.